guys, it's Shalise from Remember When, back with another tutorial. Right now I'm going to show you how to make this card using a resist technique. Trying to get it in focus. I think that's the best it's going to get. So we're going to make this. We're going to make it a little different. It's going to be a horizontal card. I like to try different techniques and different views, options, and everything using the same technique or style and whatnot, if you haven't figured that out by now. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a brown piece of cardstock, which is going to be a regular A2 size card. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 8 1/4. We're going to then do our insert, which is cut at 8 1/4 by 5 1/4, scored at 4 1/8. And we're going to put our insert inside our card. Alright, and we're going to put this aside. Now we're going to take the rose stamp I used in my earlier video, which is this stamp. It's by Inka Dinka Doo. It's in the dollar section at Joann's is where I got this. We're going to take some reflective ink in Crystal Blush. And we're going to take a piece of cream linen paper cut at 4 by 5 1/4. You're going to also need some scratch paper for this. And some clear embossing powder ready to go. Okay. So we're just going to make a background with the rose. So you're just going to stamp it in different places on the paper. Alright, once you have that done, you're going to go ahead and cover it with clear embossing powder, making sure you don't disturb the ink at all. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and emboss it. Alright, and this is what we end with. It's a little warped, but it's going to be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and clean my stamp off and set that aside to dry. We're then going to take some Tim Holtz Distressed Ink in Antique Linen and sponge dauber, makeup wedge, whatever you use to ink up edges or distress. And we're going to start around the edges. Actually, no. What we're going to do is we're going to start on the roses. So you're going to take a look and find where the roses are. And you're just going to plop it down in the middle of the rose and start to work out from the rose to distress it. And what that does, as you can tell here, is it gives the definition to the image. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to do that. Okay, and once you have it pretty much where you want it, it'll look like this. Now I'm going to go in with a few of these roses, especially this one, just add a little more dimension to it. There we go. And here's our background image. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So then, what I'm going to do is round the corners. Okay. Then I'm going to, let me show you this. We have this piece of cream cardstock, which is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and that's eventually going to go behind here as a frame. But before we do that, we're going to take a piece of gold ribbon and brown ribbon, and this gold ribbon slider. And I'm going to first put the gold ribbon in. So you get that, and then we're going to layer the brown ribbon on top of it. Okay. So you have, your ribbon kind of looks like that, and of course you want to straighten it when you attach it and everything. So since I'm going to make the card go horizontal, I think I want my ribbon on this side. I want my slider to be near the top. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put the brown ribbon more towards the center as far as I can without messing it up too much. And then we're going to attach it with tape. Now since I do want this centered, I'm going to attach it one side at a time. Okay. So I have that on there, and then that way you can adjust it as you go down and before you attach the other side. I think that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and attach here. Alright, so we have our background here. We're going to go ahead and adhere it to the cream cardstock. And since there's only going to be 1/16 of an inch border around this, you just want to make sure you line it up very, very carefully. Okay, and that looks pretty good. Okay, we're now going to adhere this to our card base. Oh, I just ran out of tape. I was wondering why it wasn't working. Hold on now. And this is also a 1/16 of an inch border. So I just want to make sure it's pretty even. Alright, so we have our card here. And the last thing I'm going to do is I have these butterfly stickers I got from Studio 12 at Joann's. And I'm just going to take this one. And attach it at the bottom corner here. Just like that. And we are all done. So I hope you enjoyed this card, this tutorial, and until next time, stay creative.